Hello everybody, thanks for joining us. We are at the Drayton Manor Camping and Caravanning Club site as part of the National Camping and Caravanning Week, and I'm joined this afternoon by Simon McGrath from the club.
Hello Andrew.
Nice to see you again.
Likewise.
So we're going to do some really fun things this afternoon, all from this brilliant book, Camping with Kids. Now, this is your book, isn't it?
It is, and it's the culmination of a fantastic time when I spent 6 months researching this, but really the book is based upon my time at the club, which a lot of it has been spent working on the magazine. So I've been really privileged to be able to get out there camping in the countryside, doing all sorts of fun things, but importantly taking my family along too. And so the book brings together lots of experiences and ideas and fun stuff that we've had. It's not a technical manual, it's about the passionate stuff, the great fun stuff that you can do when you're out camping with your kids.
And of course you've tested all of these activities with your kids as
well.
Yeah,
it's based upon so many fun things that we've done ourselves. It's just been great fun to do, and hopefully it will give people the inspiration to just get out there and have some great fun and create some lasting memories.
Well, you know that I've been doing a lot of these activities with my kids over the last few years, but what I particularly love about the book is it's broken down into some really good chapters. So the kind of things you've got here, you've got getting there and pitching up, reconnecting with nature, relearning ancient skills, games and activities, nighttime fun, active young explorers, and then of course one of my favourites, classic campsite cookery.
Absolutely, and there's over 40 recipes in the book, so there's plenty there to choose from, all geared up to camping.
Such a brilliant book and such a great resource to use, especially as a parent or a grandparent. Now, how many activities are in this book in total?
So there's over 400, plenty there.
Yeah, that will keep you going, and most of them don't even cost, well, hardly anything.
No, absolutely, there's lots of ideas in there where you can use things around the home, or indeed just things that you find if you're out for a country walk, for example. So there's plenty of things to do. You don't have to be out camping either. You can do these things at home or in the garden. And the book's very much aimed at parents or indeed grandparents to give them ideas and things to do with the kids or their grandchildren that's going to inspire them and to hopefully spark some interest in what they really find interesting, particularly when it comes to nature and those kind of cool things like that.
Okay, so look, 400 activities to choose from. We've chosen 4 today. What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to find out how to make a lantern using a water bottle. We're going to look at a way of making knot tying a bit more interesting, particularly for kids. Then we're gonna cook up some s'mores, a family favourite.
Absolutely brilliant. We love s'mores.
Absolutely, and then we're going to do a little bit of origami with some paper, just to show you what you can do. Again, if you've got a bit of A4 paper, this is something that really doesn't cost anything to do.
Perfect. So knots first, I think. I can see you've got some rope there.
Absolutely.
And knots are, of course, if you're out camping, incredibly useful to know anyway.
They are, and I think we've sort of almost lost sight of how to tie knots, but they're great fun to learn, really practical, and this is a very simple one. I learnt this when I was a cub, and it's called a reef knot, and it's just a nice simple way of connecting 2 bits of rope together. And on this one, it comes with a little rhyme, which is left over right and through, and then right over left and through, and you can tie your knot, and it should be a nice little kind of set like that just interconnects, and that's a reef knot. But if you get it wrong, it's called a granny. But just to make it a bit more interesting, what we're going to do is make it
with these.
Absolutely.
Edible
laces.
Strawberry laces. Other flavours are available, of course.
Absolutely.
I think, didn't you say that you've done it with pasta, with spaghetti before?
Yes, and again, if you haven't got strawberry laces like this, you can cook it with some pasta at home, let it cool, and it's the same thing. The fun thing is you tie your knot, and at the end of it, if you get it right, you get to eat it.
Now, this is obviously very popular when we do this at the live shows, isn't it? People
Absolutely.
love this. Okay, so let's just go for that classic one. So left over right.
And through.
Oh, hello. There we go. Left over right, right over left.
And through. There we go.
We've got it, yep, I've got that.
I've got that as well.
There's the proof. This is just one of the knots, obviously. There are loads of knots in the book, aren't there?
Absolutely.
One of my favourites, the bowline or the bowline, depending on how you say it. So let's have a little taste of that.
Oh, you're gonna do a bowline, are you? Or?
Oh, it's been so long since I've done one. So I remember you over there, turn it round. This could go horribly wrong now, Simon. I may need to refer to the book again.
You might have Spaghetti Junction on the way.
Yeah,
there you go. But you see, I did mine correctly, so I get to eat it.
You get to eat it. So what I need to do is make sure I get back into the book to get how to do that one properly. So this is a brilliant thing to do with the kids. Not so useful for so many reasons. If they're out making like a little den or a little fort or something like that, that's really useful. So there's a whole kind of section on knots for various different things. Next one, this is one of my favourites. I love this one.
This is a very simple idea, and if you're out, just finishing my knot there, head torch, really handy bit of camping kit. What you can do is you can make yourself a campsite lantern. So I've got a plastic reusable bottle here. It's blue, so it will give a slightly different effect, but if you've got a clear one, that's perfect. We're obviously bathed in lovely sunshine here today, so the effect isn't going to be quite so obvious, but what you do is you twist your head torch so that you can stretch it over your water bottle like that, and then point the torch aspect back into the water. Now the water will magnify the light, and then you can switch this on, and I'll get it a bit more powerful, but in the darkness that will radiate the light and it'll light up a tent.
See, even here in the bright light, I can see that there's a really kind of nice blue colour now, kind of emanating from the bottle there. We've obviously done this. The kids love this, especially, you know, if you need to nip to the loo in the middle of the night, that kind of thing. Taking your water bottle there with you as a lamp is just a brilliant thing.
There you go. For me, just walking along like that, it's perfect. But also, as well, as we know, little ones sometimes get a bit thirsty in the night. They've got a water bottle as well as a lantern nearby if they just want to take a little swig of water.
And it is amazing how much light gets magnified off that, isn't it? It's quite surprising.
It is, and also with a lot of head torches, they come with red lights as well, so you can actually have a slightly different effect to it, which kids love.
And again, such a simple thing, but you can get a lot of value out of this, can't you?
Absolutely.
Brilliant idea. So right, so we love that idea as well. I'm really into the food as well, so let's go for one of these. So we've got the little barbecue here, so let's turn this one on. Yep, that's now going. S'mores. Now, s'mores are one of my favourite things. For s'mores, you either need some, like a little skewer, but I've got this. How about that for my little s'mores fork?
Yeah, that's looking pretty small, but I got a birthday present last year, and that's what you call a s'mores fork. Look at that. Get 12 of those little marshmallows on this.
Goodness me, that is incredible.
That, and get them toasting.
I love that one.
Absolutely.
So that is a proper s'mores toasting fork.
Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger than that one.
But then, this one is telescopic.
Ah,
so there
well,
we go.
okay. You trumped me on that one.
There's one there for you as well if you want it.
Thank
now,
you.
You mentioned the small marshmallows, brilliant. They work perfectly well. But I really like these absolutely huge great marshmallows. Look at the size of those marshmallows. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to chuck one of those straight on there. Obviously, watch your pinkies when you're just popping them onto the fork. And then while we're going to toast the marshmallows, we can talk about the s'mores and where they kind of came from. So just near to the flame there, and we'll just keep turning those round. Did you first come across s'mores for the book, or were you already aware of them?
Well, I was aware of something, the s'mores, and they're really popular in America, and that's where they think that the idea came from. And I kind of tried some when I was younger, but it wasn't until we really were really getting into camping that the concept came back up. And it's so popular in America, they actually have a National S'mores Day. And they're brilliant because it's kind of like a little easy to make dessert.
Yeah.
And they're very sweet.
There are some traditional ingredients, aren't there? It's graham crackers, isn't it? I think in America.
Okay, right, yeah.
On the outside. But we've got a couple of options here. Oh, hello. You have to keep your eye on these as well while you're doing this. So we've got some digestives and some chocolate digestives. But part of the fun is making up your own recipes. And I really love the one that you kind of did with bananas. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, we came up with, as you say, part of the fun is just playing around with different ingredients, different types of things. And we thought, can we actually recreate a banoffee pie s'more with the same flavour and the same taste? And we think we got pretty close to it. And I think that's part of the beauty of it. You can just try different flavours that the kids like and just see what works. But obviously, you don't want to have too many in as part of your experimentation process, because they can get quite a little bit sweet after a while. And I think the record number is this one lad I know who actually ended up eating 6.
Goodness me, that's quite full on.
It is. Yours is certainly
That's really kind of going now.
going there, yeah.
I may have gone slightly too far. Now with the marshmallows, of course, you let them cool a bit. You can do that thing where you take the outer bit off and then you can go again. I'm going to pop that, rest that summer probably on that banana there, and I'm going to go, in the first instance, I'm going to go with the plain digestive.
Okay.
Because I've got a couple of nice little things here. Have you seen this? Biscoff.
Looks nice.
They're
Looks quite sweet.
They're like these little biscuits. You sometimes get them if you get your hair cut, but you can buy them in supermarkets, and they make a spread out of them. So this is a bit like a caramel. It's absolutely lovely. Or another one we like is just using raspberry jam on them. But today I'm going to go for the Biscoff. So I've got my little bamboo knife here, and I'm just going to spread a bit of the Biscoff on both of my biscuits. Not too thick, because they do get very sweet, these, don't they? Really great fun. Yours is coming along nicely there. And I notice you've gone very posh.
Well, I'm just going to go for a straightforward sandwich my toasted marshmallow between some chocolate digestives, because the heat from the marshmallow will actually melt the chocolate and turn it into something that's really gooey. But I think for the banoffee pie one, you might be adding something a bit special onto there too, with what you've got there.
So because I've got the Biscoff spread there, when you put little thin slices of bananas on it, what happens is the banana sticks to the spread, so that just helps you eat them, because they can get quite messy in a fun way, can't they?
Oh, they are.
So that goes on there. So I've got my little banoffee pie kind of ready, so I'm just going to give my marshmallow a little bit more of a toast.
Okay.
Just while we do this.
I'm going to dive straight in now, actually. I think my marshmallow's nice and hot.
And there's a lovely thing you do when you squeeze these together, isn't there?
Oh.
So, okay, let's go with mine.
Oh, I'm not going to do it yet.
Okay, let's get you on there. Pull that off the toasting fork. And let's go right down the camera here, shall we? So, you ready? This is what it's all about, folks. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Squidge. Oh, there it is. It's going to be melting the chocolate. It's lovely. Oh,
look at that, folks. Isn't that great fun?
Right.
Right, we're going to go for it. It may go a bit quiet for a good 30 seconds or so. Here we are.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that is amazing. Love that. I'd love to finish and eat that, but I do know we've got a few other things to do as well. So, s'mores, everybody, in the book. It's a brilliant thing to do and great fun with the kids. And the adults, I should add. Okay, so we'll come to those later.
Perfect.
This is another brilliant one. One of the origami things you can do. What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to make a cup out of paper, and it's really simple. Obviously, a lot of paper you'll find at home is going to be A4 in size, so you need a square piece of paper.
Okay.
So there's my square piece of paper. You just get the corner here and fold it across so that you create, in effect, a square. And then you get the extra bit, and you fold that down so that you know where you need to then tear that away nice and carefully.
Okay.
Remove that section so that you have yourself a nice square section.
So far, so good.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. So I have a nice kind of pyramid shaped piece like that.
Okay.
So what I've done in the book is I've marked different spots with letters so you know what to go where. But I've got point A here, and I fold that across so that this section is horizontal, if you like.
Got it.
Across to the other side there. There we go. And then I get this side and I do the same again. I fold that across. So this is what I've now got. How are you doing there? So you should have two bits up here. Perfect. The next stage is to take one and fold it down that way. There we go. And then the next one, fold it down that way. And what you have, I shall take here's one I made earlier. What you have is this, because it's then a cup.
Perfect.
And there we go.
Love that.
And that is your paper cup.
So we should try this, shouldn't we?
We should.
So I think you've got some something to
squash.
drink. Me too. So here we go.
And I think the funny thing about this is, it's actually, because it's made of paper, it isn't, strangely enough, going to last forever.
So a little sip.
Here we go. Oh,
Yep, that works. Oh, yep. And I think I'm just kind of starting to...
Yeah, that's it. You can have a bit of fun with the kids and say, actually, how long is that going to last for?
Okay, well listen, 4 things out of 400 that you can try, and as you can see everybody, it's just great fun. It's not going to cost you a lot. Thank you so much for writing the book. The book is available in all good bookshops, isn't it?
It is, and also from the Camping and Caravanning Club, including at shows as well.
It's such a brilliant thing. It's so great to see you. I'll see you out camping very, very soon.
Look forward to it.
Cheers everyone.
Cheers.